Hello, here is a quick showdown of my custom Tardis interiors. I did my best on trying to build this to be as custom as possible. Starting off, we have the first room, which is actually based off my fan film Tardis. This is basically what I think it would look like. There's a hat stand, which I don't actually have a hat stand in mine, or a lamp, so yeah, that's a bit inaccurate. Right here is a custom Tardis interior, which I think looks pretty nice. I kind of went for the 15th, kind of combined with a bit of the Ronnie's Tardis. It has like the platform in the middle with overhead lighting. It kind of has that with the lighting, which is kind of similar to previous Tardis interiors, which right here we also have a ladder, which is kind of reminiscent of, I believe, the 12th Doctor's Tardis or the 11th. But it's kind of down here. It's kind of bland. But I kind of did that on purpose because it's kind of like, oh, the Doctor's Tardis is bland at first, but then later on he starts kind of like furnish it, put furniture and everything. But down the hallway, we go down, which these hallways I feel like look really nice with the... But yeah, this is a bit of a kind of a yellowish themed TARDIS, which is kind of based off like a generic TARDIS, but with like a yellow theme to it. There's not many levers in here just because I really thought this went through. This one was kind of a bit of a work in progress still. But going down the TARDIS hallways again, which I will warn you now, this one is very massive. It is very big on the inside. Definitely gives that bigger on the inside aspect. But this is kind of like a reminiscent of the 8th Doctor's TARDIS combined with a bit of, well, actually I don't know. It's kind of like I kind of basically based this off of the 8th Doctor's TARDIS. It has like that Victorian look with like the red sofa, the candlelight, with little aquariums, if you can see in the corners, with a clock in the middle. Which over here we have a trash can, some barrels, and a copper golem as kind of like a little robot thing. But this one's a bit more console nice, like a bell from the furniture mod I've downloaded, or add-on. Just some simple levers. Now we have a clock, which I also really like. Down here, this one's kind of I don't know what I was thinking about. I was thinking like, oh, what if the Doctor had a TARDIS that was like bottomless pit, but also like a bottomless ceiling, or I don't know. Would it be a bottomless ceiling? I do not know. But yeah, it looks like it never ends. Also, the same thing when you look up. It looks like it never ends, which is pretty cool. And it's not that deep, actually. It's like a couple of blocks deep. But with the black concrete, it looks like it never ends, which is pretty cool when I think about it. Going down the hallway, we get to the beardy Doctor's TARDIS, or at least what I think the beardy Doctor's TARDIS would look like. In the fan film, it was originally just the 12th Doctor's TARDIS, but that's just because I'm not good at 3D modeling or Blender, so I just used the 12th Doctor's TARDIS interior as the beardy Doctor's. But if I did make a Blender version of the beardy Doctor's TARDIS, this is what it would look like. Which I kind of give like that war aspect with like the red, I don't know. But yeah. If you guys didn't know, the beardy Doctor is played by my father, if you watched the first episode of my fan film series, if you didn't know. Also, I really like what I did with the hallways with, like, the dark oak flooring with, like, the netherite walling with the end rods as kind of, like, lighting pipe, like, lights, which is kind of cool. Because I feel like with the other ones, it's just too generic. I feel like I kind of added... Yeah, it's how you salt your food. But over here, we have... this one I don't actually like. This one I don't know what I was doing with this one, honestly. I thought of, like, what if the 13th Doctor's TARDIS had, like, a purple crystal instead, and I did this. Not good. There's not even levers, which I don't know why I didn't do that. But that one's not personally my favorite. I don't like that one. That one I did on a whim, or a win, whatever you call it. This one, I feel like I had to add this just because it is the first Doctor's TARDIS, which I don't... whoops. But yeah, this is pretty cool. We have like this little compartment level or thingies back here, which is pretty cool. And the lighting's pretty good. We also have another father clock, the chair, the 2 pillars, and down the hallway again. This thing is massive. It's very big. Over here we have... This is actually kind of based off the Confused Adipose fan film TARDIS, which was the Valeyard Doctor, I'm guessing, when we see him in Echo's Destiny. I kind of wanted to give like my idea of what that TARDIS looked like. It was kind of hard since it was like a green screen TARDIS and we didn't really see much, but I like what I did. And Confused Adipose, if you ever watched this, Is this what your TARDIS looked like? I do not know. Over here we have the library, just because I think it's pretty cool. I kind of made it so it's like just a kind of square-shaped library, where it's just like random corners and everything, which kind of gives you that aspect that it goes on forever. At least I think that's what it does. I do not know. Another staircase, which I kind of regret the staircase a bit. There's a staircase I could have done a bit better. But this one's base. This is what I think the 12th Doctor's TARDIS would look like if it had the white color scheme instead of like the gray. Which it looks nice. It looks good. And it works. Also, I figured out you can do a beacon with a beacon over it, which is kind of cool. But this is my favorite part. I love what I did with the stairs. I think the stairs look nice. There is nothing up here, though. I haven't really finished that. If a lot of the TARDISes in this video look like unfinished, that's just because I will start on a TARDIS, but then I immediately forget to finish it. So if they don't look fully finished, that is my fault. But I hope they still look nice to you. So yeah. Going over here, and wait, did I already go that way? I do not know. You can get lost in these. Actually, I'm going to go check, make sure, just in case there is a TARDIS over here. Nope, we already did there. Sorry, everyone, if this is bothering you. But this is like the Prismarine TARDIS, with like Prismarine blocks. Also, I had like one of the hang signs as a monitor, which does not look good. If you guys noticed earlier, I did use a painting as one as well, which also did not look good, but yeah. And then we're back to my... Also, I have not thought of a title for my Doctor yet. I really need to, though. But yeah, this is my TARDIS, which, ironically enough, is also my favorite TARDIS I've built in this series, just because it is mine. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it.